Hi, good evening. Actually, good night. But this is, as I told you, is the best time for me to upload my videos, and when everything is quiet and everybody's gone to sleep. And today, while I was just scrolling through the videos, a word came up which hit me, and I thought that this thing has played a role in my life, and therefore I thought that I'll bring it to your notice. And the word is manifestation. Manifestation. We pray to God. That's one part. You have a little altar. You have your God there. You put your flowers, your candles. That's one kind. Okay. Or we go to temples, or we pray to a higher being somewhere. But I understand that the whole world, universe itself, is a power. And if we throw things into the universe, have trust that it's going to come back the way you want it. If for some reason something does not come back, it means it was not good for you. But if it comes back to you, that is manifestation. And manifestation is done by, I used to do little, I've done it many times, in a way of just thanking the universe for what it has already given me, which means my wish. If I wish for a car tomorrow, I thank the universe for giving me the car. Thank you so much for this car. I mean, that's the way it is done. It is not, please give me a car, please give me a car. It's done that way. It's a little different than when you're praying to God. It's about thanking the universe for already granting you your wishes. And this I have found personally, what should I say, it's worked so many times in my life, and it still is. When I remember when my daughter was very small, there was this book called The Secret that came out. And my little one was going on reading it, and I was like, okay, that's interesting. She was quite small. I hadn't read it because I didn't connect with it. But this child was sitting there and reading the book. She was building her mind up to something, and it really did have some kind of an effect on her. She wanted a mobile phone, and she knew that that is something I'm not going to give her, because giving children mobile phones when they're that young is a crime, absolutely. But believe me, I found myself buying her one 2 days later. The way she approached me, the way she came around, the way she explained to me why she needs one, you know, it's not about just that all her friends have one. That is one aspect of it, but the utility of it, and that she's come of an age where she was how old? About 12, 13 years old at that time. And I got the tongue wagging from other mothers for giving it to her, because then their kids would start asking for it. But the thing is that she read this book and something worked in her mind, and she came and she played it on me. And I found that I gave it to her. Of course, I was cursing myself later that I've been taken. Okay. But then I thought about it, and I said, okay, I pray to God. I have an altar. And believe me, in my altar, everything is there. Everything is there. There's Ganesh, there is Kali, there is the Bible. Everything you can possibly think of, I keep on my altar, being from a secular India. So we don't differentiate between one and the other. It's a one big power that we believe in. But there's another power, and that is the universe. If what you want, you throw out into the universe, not begging, but saying thank you to the universe for what it is. You want something, you have to act like you already got it. And that motivates you, changes your whole being, recalibrates your mind, and that's how you get it. This is a very simple, logical way of working things out for yourself. I'm not saying that everything needs money or everything needs, your, what should I say, your, how do I put it actually? Money is, of course, there, but everybody doesn't have money. But you have yourself, you have your energy, you use your brains, you use everything that is within you to act like you already got it, and you will find that your whole body language has changed. The associations that were not of any benefit to you would be the ones that you would come out of. You would go more towards those that would help you, and that's where it starts changing. That's where it starts changing. This is manifestation. It's not something that you just look out into the sky and say, God, please, or universe, please. Just never beg the universe. Just tell the universe what you want and thank them. Thank the universe for giving it to you. Start living that life. Start living that life. Even if you have very little. And when I was alone in Dubai, I stayed back alone for 3 years. The times I had 1 dirham in my bank account, I didn't know where my next meal was coming for. But believe me, I never went hungry for a single day. Either my pay came in, or some work came in, or something came in. That is all manifestation. The very next day I'd get called for something. I'd go around zip around like mad and make 7,000-8,000 dirhams, come back home. That is manifestation. If you put in the hard work and you live your life like you've already got what you wanted, you will find your whole energy changing, your confidence levels changing, your aura changing. You know where to give your time and where not to waste time. And somehow what you wanted is in your hand. When I came back to Calcutta, we stayed first by the riverside. I wasn't back as yet. I liked the riverside, but it was not very well organized. Sometimes the lift used to go off. It was a beautiful flat, and the view was astounding. Absolutely, we were on the 8th or 9th floor, whatever. And we were on the top floor, so we had like a 2,000 square foot flat with a 2,000 square foot terrace. But I could not grow any trees there because the water was so bad and so clayey that I wanted to have a terrace garden. I wanted to live somewhere which is not in Calcutta but maybe 20 minutes away. And that place, Mahishtala, was ideal for that. You just come over the Champriti Bridge and you're into New Alipur. So there was no problem with it, except that it was so unreliable because a lot of people have bought flats and moved away. They live abroad. They don't want to pay the maintenance because they're not living there. So obviously, in the whole building, maybe 3 lights used to be on, 3 flats, and we were one of them. I loved it, but we could not live in it. There were days that I was staying on the ninth floor, I remember, and the 10th floor was the thing. And I kept on praying, to the universe that find me a place where I can, settle down. And this was a rented place. We didn't want to buy a place when we came back. We just wanted to go on rent, thinking we'll get a good landlord and who'll allow us to stay a couple of years. But times have changed. Within 11 months, they're writing, sorry, I want my flat back. My son wants to move in. So now you can't be sure. Then from there, we went to Eastern Bypass. Okay, there also the same thing happened, and anyway it was a bit too far for me. I wanted to be back in the area that I know, and I used to keep coming here and praying that God or universe, why can't I just get something over here? And believe me, that's exactly what happened. When that happened, I told the man who was looking for a place for me, go and look in that area and find me anything. I'll move. And today we have our own place. We bought it off. I never have to move again. And this was a pure manifestation. This was আমি কোথাও গিয়ে পুজো দিইনি, আমি কিছু করিনি. It was just me asking for it over and over again to the universe and thanking the universe for getting me a place. And I found that within a week we had a place. Within a week we had a place to go and to move into, and we moved in. Even when we came here, this place was on rent, and the landlord wanted to sell it. So when I came here, there were other people coming to see the flat. I just rang him up and told him, listen, I've just moved in. I know it was your intention to sell the place, but that does not mean that you keep sending people to the house right away. At least I have a right to live for 1 year in comfort. And by the way, I would like to buy this place, but you'll have to give me time, because I have to get my money together to pay you what you want for this place. My money is there, but it is in investments, and we'll have to work on those and get it. So all of this is actually manifestation. It's like sometimes we think, and I told my husband this idea. He said, oh, that's never going to work. He's going to want his money right away. But when I spoke to him, he was completely okay with it. And in fact, he was making more money because we were still paying him a rent. But sometimes you have to go the other way, You can't have the cake and eat it too. But you can finally get what you want. And now this is mine forever and ever and ever. And nobody can push me out. Nobody can do anything to me. I have a lovely little cozy home to come back to in the area that I wanted to live in. And this is nothing but, as I told you, manifestation. This area is a little high priced. It's gone high priced now, but we were so lucky to get it at the price that we did. And this is just manifestation playing in, So I wanted to tell you all one thing, that when you all want something, don't beg for it. Just throw it into the universe and start living your life like you already have it. It's already with you. It's already with you. Try it out and see if it works. It worked for me. For 3 years, I struggled in Dubai. I don't know why. I just didn't want to come back immediately, because that had become home to me. I could live on an egg roll a day, or from such a grand life out there. But nothing ever went to my head. No matter what life I've led or lived or whatever, nothing went to my head. I drove 2 cars there. I get into an auto once I'm back, because that is what I have here. I don't have a license here. But I'm not asking for a car or I'm not asking for anything else. If I get an Uber, I take an Uber. When in Rome, be a Roman. So that keeps you very grounded. Number one, you stay humble. Number two, it's not like because I lived in such and such place, therefore I can't do without this. This is no. We, especially we Calcuttans and we Indians, are very tolerant people compared to people in other parts of the world. If they have to wait for 10 minutes for something, they start losing their cool. To them, their time is precious. Here, look at us. We're sitting in the traffic for 45 minutes. So that's the good part of us. But I just thought of talking about manifestation, and I've been reading. I'm going to read more books on it, and maybe do a Reiki course also, because that's this. As I told you, I am a Kali Bhakt. I'm Ma Mansha Puja Kori, but I'm more spiritual. Than getting just focused into one thing. And this experience I've had, so I thought of sharing it with y'all. Don't keep begging, don't keep don't keep begging for it. Throw it into the world. If it comes back to you, it's yours. If it doesn't, maybe there's a reason why it didn't happen. Okay? Good night.